Hello, friends. It's the 12th day of the 12th month, and it's 12 o'clock if you're in the Pacific time zone. So Firestar and I thought we would do something very special to honor the 12th day of the 12th month, 12/12. And we're going to pull some cards for you today. We're going to talk a little bit about what it means to pull some oracle cards. Firestar's got her deck, Firestar Alchemy. And what is alchemy? A lot of people are having rough moments because of the holidays. The holidays tend to bring up a lot of feelings, a lot of things. So we are here to help it become an alchemized experience, and that's basically turning the dross into gold. So, Firestar, anything you want to say before we dive into a little prayer?
Yeah, so we're just also at the last few days of Mercury retrograde, and the last few days of the year. So there's a lot of acceleration going on, a lot of releasing going on, and a lot of intention setting, starting a little early, feeling that and what we want for the coming year. So just want to talk a little bit about that and help you release today, drop into your body and get grounded. It's the message that I'm getting really collectively, is that we all need to stay grounded and really present to what we're doing and where we're putting our energy. So, and I'm going to do a little bit of a saging today, a little drumming, a little bits of many things. So happy to be here. And I can't hear you, Kel.
Oh, you can't hear me. You know
There
when
you
I'm
are.
talking because my arms are moving. We're gonna get our woo to the woo on.
Yes, we're
Okay.
grounding the woo.
We're grounding the woo.
Yeah.
Exactly. So let's dive in with a little prayer and just hello to everybody who's watching live. If you want to make any comments, feel free. I think we're live. I hope we're live. Looks like we are. And yeah, we'll see. Okay. So let's just turn within for a moment. Oh, I don't think we're on. Maybe we are. I don't know. I can never quite tell.
Sure. I know we're recording, but
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah, we're
tell.
on. All right.
When
So
okay.
I'm just going to invite everyone to turn within, and then I'll pass the prayer to you, Fire. So we're
Okay.
just taking a breath. And if you're not operating heavy machinery, join with us and just release and let go of all of the stuff, all of the things, all of the shoulds. And there are so many shoulds, and stop shoulding on yourself. Letting go of not enough time, not enough money, not enough gifts, not enough things to do, or too many things to do. Let's just drop it like it's hot and let go.
Mm.
And as we're letting go, with every exhale throughout this time together, we're also calling in our intention. We're opening up the sun roof to the sunlight of the spirit, to that power that orchestrates the universe. And we are bringing it into this now, into this here, into this moment, into these bodies, into these minds, these hearts, right here, right now, knowing there's no separation between where we are and every being on the planet. We are at one. We couldn't be more so. Firestar is saging with her beautiful feathers, and we're just imagining that we're together. We're seated together. Sage,
Mm.
imagine you can smell the sage, or maybe you'll light some of your own. I just lit a candle. I'm going to light some Palo Santo. So we're just calling in that which we prefer. And I'm just going to name some enjoy, calm. Relief is a big word for me. I don't know, it's not a sexy word, but the feeling of, "Ugh, I
Mm.
I finished. I'm done. I don't have to do it anymore." I'm It could be connection, love, wholeness, fullness, abundance, passion. We are all of those things and so much more. So think of your own intention, and if you want to, put it in the chat, feel free to do that as well. We can see any intention you want to hold. Sometimes when we share it with each other, it tends to magnify and multiply its potency.
Mm.
So I just know something wonderful is happening. I'm grateful to be joined by Firestar, my beautiful friend in alchemy. We're going to pull some cards from her deck, Firestar Alchemy deck. We'll pull some cards from some of my decks.
Mm.
Dia de los Muertos. If you want to contact a loved one who's on the other side, some luminous humanness. If you want to access more of your own inner light, the Dream Oracle, if you want a little dream message, Hero's Journey, Dream Oracle. Tends to be the most popular one because we're all on a hero's journey at all times and we're always dreaming. And last but not least, a lot of people are into the animals these days. So Wild Dream Animal Oracle. So let's just marinate in our intention and know that something wonderful is happening. And I pass the prayer to you, Fire.
Mm. Beautifully, beautifully said. Thank you so much. I got a sister. So happy to be here, and feels like such a powerful time to be in a body, to be here on this planet. And just I just want to give thanks to our body right now for all that it's doing for us to be here, for all that our body is giving us in the gift in being here. And as we come into these last days, building up to the winter solstice, also, this like crescendo of that solstice is a powerful, powerful day. And maybe we could talk about what that means for you in a moment. And it's also the last few days of the year. And it's also the end of Mercury retrograde. So a
Yay!
lot of multiple, and it's also holiday time. So it's a very potent, powerful time. And I feel like such an influx of so many different energies that I feel like it's so important to have a grounding practice right now. So I know I keep saying that, but I'm feeling that, it's really important because we need to, um, be present and grounded in our bodies and be good to ourselves. And even if it's just taking a few moments to just breathe and let go of any busyness, of all the busyness, of
Oof.
all the energy that's swirling around before you get in the car, before you go to the holiday party, before you hop on the phone, before you do your to-do list. Just drop in and just be present and anchor in your intention. So I
Mm.
feel like I've been doing that multiple times. I've got these crystals beaming at you to help you, and I'm also feeling this energy of like the anchor, of really anchoring in our intention. And I pulled my anchor doTERRA oil, and all of these crystals are like swords, helping you anchor your energy and really be intentional about what you're creating. So, do we have anyone asking any questions? Is there anybody on
Not
here?
yet, but let me share a little bit of what
Okay.
I was talking to you about regarding
Yes.
what is the significance of this day, the 12th day of the 12th month. So I wrote about it in this book. It's Luminous Humanist. This is a book for every day of the year. There's a little meditative message. And the message for today is the power of 12. On
Mm,
this auspicious day, the 12th day of the 12th month, know that a great many blessings are in store for you. The number 12 signifies completion. So tie up any loose ends, tell your loved ones how much you cherish them, empty your nightstand of unread books, and clear the decks so you can create bandwidth for aligning with the highest, most creative energies of the universe. They await their turn to dance with you. There's a reason for 12 disciples. There are 12 signs of the zodiac and 12 months in a year. 12 is made up of the digits 1 and 2. 1 is the most yang of all the numbers, and 2 is the most yin. In other words, feel the power of opposites aligning within the hologram of your bright spirit as you remember that you are truly here to have it all. Affirmation: I feel the power of my opposite energies melding into ecstatic harmony.
Mm.
So, does that bring up anything for you, Firestar, which your name is kind of like the melding of opposites?
This feeling,
Yeah.
it brings up that feeling. I love the yin yang, and it's two plus one is a three, and then if
Yeah.
you have two threes, it's a six.
Whoa.
Just love and service, unconditional. So, um, and
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm very like focused on this. This is the one, right? This is one sword. This like there's the one.
Yeah.
So then where does the two, it sort of has this this is
Mm.
a line, and the two has the roundness, so that's interesting that this is the
Yeah.
masculine and the other one is the feminine. So I kind of
So
I like that. Yes.
so Leo sunrise, Harry says yes.
Oh.
And Nina Pineapple 1970 says her quality. I asked everybody what their intention was, and Nina's is patience. Leo, Leo sunrise. No, wow. North Airy is his intention is making the call and real love and positive qualities has their quality is abundance. I'll join you there. And
Yes.
the number 9, he's talking
Mhm.
about Leo is talking about the quality, the 9. So let me see. So who wants a reading? And Fire, in the meantime, why don't you shuffle a card for everybody? Just kind of a general,
Okay.
just to open us up for this day. And let's see what we get from your
Yes, I
Fire
actually
Star
always do a collective
alchemy.
reading. And so I already did one before, just to feel into the energies of what's present. So do you want me to talk about that now?
Sure.
Okay. So I picked 7 cards, which is a lot, so I'm not going to go through each individual one. But it's great
Oh,
that
and Chelsea Lee. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm interrupting, but I have to say, Chelsea Lee is watching. She says, Happy 12/12. Chelsea Lee, you were in my dream. And I've been wanting to tell you, so I'm just going to tell you now because we'll also take any dreams, we'll bring all that in. But you were in a photo shoot in New York and you were going like this with your collar, like, and it was really sexy. And I was like, keep doing that. Oh my God. And I walked in and I was totally directing you, and you were like, and the wind was blowing and it was like, so I just thought you should know that. Okay. Sometimes people in my life, I dream about them. And what's that about? Chelsea has been posting some beautiful pictures of herself. So who wants a reading? Anyway, read for
I
us,
wish I could
Firestar, from
see.
what you
Is
already
there a way for
picked.
me to see the comments? Because I cannot interact. Oh, wait, there we go. Comments. Okay. I'm new to the
Oh,
StreamYard.
yeah.
I'm new to this playground. Okay, so I'm just going to summarize this because it would be long to go through 7 of them, but Fortunate Blessings is one of the cards. Can you see this?
I'm going to make your card, make your screen bigger so everybody can see.
Okay.
Oh, that is beautiful. Oh my God. I don't think I've really seen that card.
You have it?
Gorgeous. And Chelsea says she loves the dream. Thanks for sharing. Chelsea, do you want a reading? I'm going to put you on the spot. All right. After Firestar tells us what the general reading is for everybody, let's see. So tell us more
So,
about that card, Fire.
I'm going to read this as a collective instead of going through each one because there are
Yeah.
many. And so this is all
Ooh.
your anger. Can you see
Okay,
this?
that is so interesting. I kept trying to upload a video yesterday and it wouldn't upload about the big fire that's going on here in
Yes.
Malibu, the Franklin fire. And I was talking about the significance. And by the way, thank you for all the prayers everybody's been sending in because it's working in terms of there haven't been any incidences of anybody being hurt, their homes have been hurt. There's been something like 20,000 homes evacuated and over 4,000 um, acres burned. Is it 4,000 acres burned or more than that? I'm not, yeah, 4,000 acres burned. And it's only 77% contained.
Oh my
But I was
God.
talking about the significance of fire and dreams, and you're Firestar, so it seems appropriate. It's fire is about passion and self-expression and wildness, and we
Right.
want we don't want to suppress it ever, but we also don't want it to run so wild that it takes everyone out. So it's about kind of managing that power. What do you think of that particular element, fire? Since that's your name, Firestar.
Oh boy. Well, the element of fire can be used to create or destroy, right? So
Yeah,
just like any of the elements, too much of or anything out of balance can create destruction, but also creation. So it's that which that is sort of the theme of winter solstice too, because we have the winter representing death, so that you can birth when the spring comes, right? So it's there's cycles in nature, in life, and in our lifetimes. And when those things are out of balance is when we get into trouble, if you want to say. So, unfortunately, we haven't gotten enough rain to, balance out that, you know, scary part of the fire. So I actually would love to just send a little like prayer and energy to Malibu and to those fires to be contained. If you want to do that,
yeah. Let's just invite everybody to take a moment and let's just
do that. I'm a
imagine.
Reiki master, so I'm going to send some
Yeah,
Reiki to that energy and just visualize the energy coming out of our hands and hearts and souls to any of the animals affected, to the land, to the people, to the homes, to the firefighters
to the
fighting.
firefighters. Oh my God.
Yeah, just imagining that they're all protected and that this fire gets contained with the least amount of damage.
Yeah. And fire is change, and we humans don't like change. And let's just know that a crisis is a terrible thing to have, but I know that whatever is happening with people, whatever difficulties they're going through, what we're talking about today is alchemy, transforming the tragic into magic. So we already know in advance that there's magic on the other side of this tragic and tragedy. Of course, I know that's the right word, but so we just beam love and we call on rain. I actually got an alert that it might rain today. So please rain on that
Nice.
fire.
It
Rain dance,
rained here.
everybody.
I'm gonna send you some rain energy
Thank you. Send
in
some.
Northern California. Yeah.
So Chelsea Lee is asking for a reading. She said what she wants it for is a preview of guidance on next year, perhaps. And if anybody else would like one, don't be shy.
Okay, for her
So,
specifically.
oh, yeah. Oh, and Positive Qualities also wants a reading. So we'll go to her next
Okay.
or
But I
him.
was going to comment on the cards that I picked. Should I do
Yeah,
that?
please do
Okay.
that first.
So we had Fortunate Blessings, Honor Your Anger, and Listening Path, which is the third card. And I'll just talk
Nice.
about this briefly.
Ooh.
So Fortunate Blessings is a great card. It means that your blessings are literally raining upon you, whether could be unexpected. So expect the unexpected, expect miracles, even of not just money and abundance, but people coming into your life, beautiful things happening, Christmas miracles. That's what I'm
Mm.
hearing. So, and also paired with honor your anger, which is about sticking up for yourself, boundaries, speaking your truth, really having the courage to have the conversations, honest conversations with people that you're really needing, and maybe even with yourself. And then paired with the listening path, which is all about sharpening your intuitive senses, your sense of sight, sound,
Mm.
um, uh, all the clairaudience, clairvoyance, all the clairs. So taste, touch, smell, sight, and sound. So taking that moment to really go within. So these three together, I would just say that
Hmm.
that you have some blessings coming in, and also your soul and spirit is asking for you to have discernment and boundaries and really stick up for yourself, and that you will, that will bring you the blessings that you're wanting, but also to really go within and really listen to what your soul is wanting for you. So and using all of your senses to become that receiver, a fine-tuned receiver. So that,
Mm,
see how that lands.
gorgeous.
And I will put this back in the deck and we can do individual.
Yeah, we'll do one card for from Firestar's Alchemy, Firestar Alchemy Oracle, and then I'll pull one from whatever deck you would like, Chelsea. So you're gonna get a double. You're gonna get a Firestar and Kelly. So let's first pull from the Firestar Alchemy deck. And Chelsea, let me know which you would like from the hero's journey, or I'll just pick or the wild dream animal or a dream
Okay.
oracle or a luminous humanness or a Dia de los Muertos. So I'll let me know which one pulls to you.
So this is for Chelsea for next year, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. She said a preview of guidance for next year.
A preview of guidance. Okay. Do you, who you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
No, you go.
Okay. So I chose the void, which is the
Ooh.
great mystery. This is about surrendering, surrendering to that place of uncertainty. And that might be where you are right now. I always like to pick three cards. So sometimes that could be where you are now or where you're going to, which is about releasing all that you've already known and really coming into that place of allowing yourself to explore places that are maybe foreign, and going down the road less traveled, maybe going to um, allowing your spirit to just be guided for, and really maybe that's piggybacks on the listening card, to really listen to yourself for where you're being guided, because it's in the letting go is where you're going to find what you're looking for, and it might be different than what you think. What did you pick?
So Chelsea asked for a reading from she said, wow, double whammy. I'd love an animal card from the newest deck. So while you were reading, I picked from the Wild Dream Animal Oracle and she got the Eagle card.
Ooh.
So yours was kind of going into the void, kind of, it felt like the deep, deep, deep. The Eagles are the high flyers. They go up to the
Nice.
highest place. And one thing I know about the eagle, a couple things. When there's going to be a great rain or great wind, the eagles fly all the way above it. They go way above and watch what's going on from above. So this is it's such a spiritual message. Like, don't fight fire with fire, even though, unless your name's Fire Star, and then in which case go ahead. But otherwise, go above it. Like when they go low, we go high, just keep going high. And there's also a story about how when the crow or the raven pecks on the eagle's back, it's kind of representing the people or the circumstances that just peck at us, that are just like nah, 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 nah. The eagle never fights back. It just flies really high until the being that's on their back loses the oxygen. They can't handle it and they just fall off. So in every instance, the message is to fly high. So that's the synopsis. I'll give you the mantra. My fearless spirit soars to the heights of my most awakened life. So I think if it were my dream, Chelsea, I would say, in order to make the most of your dream life in your new year, you're going to go really deep into the unknown places in your shadow, in your depth, in your groundedness, as Firestar was talking about. And then also, you want to explore the highest peak. I know some of us shadow workers, sometimes at least I know for myself, when I'm really in the thick of shadow work, And I know you've been doing a lot of yoga nidra or nidra, I think is
We just,
pronounced.
huh?
And so there's a lot of like coming to peace with even dying and being in that place of like that shamanic place where we're not in this world. And that is so profound. But we can also, we kind of forget, oh, yeah, let's explore the really joyous, high exploration as well. Let's not forget the happy dreams. Let's not forget
Mm,
those passionate, explorative moments where we're communing with our beloveds and where we're just like ecstatic. Let's not forget the ecstasy.
mm,
There's a lot of drama going on, but we don't have to forget about those high notes too. All right. So
okay.
that's what we got. Chelsea said eagles have been following me and my crystal harp. Oh my God, Chelsea,
Oh my
I
God.
love your so if anybody wants to follow Chelsea Lee on Instagram or Facebook, she does a lot of videos playing a beautiful crystal harp. So that is it's an amazing thing. So thank you, Chelsea, for your openness. Firestar, what else are you
Yeah, I
connecting
just
with?
didn't want to, I don't know how much time you want to take, but I have two other cards for her too. And because Honor Your Anger came up, I picked Sacred Container, which always comes up when there's someone that you need to have a conversation with or have a clearing with. And the next card is Totem of Power. So I feel like there's someone or some situation or something that you're needing to have a conversation or clearing or speak your truth, to really take your power back and ground in your power. So I'm not sure if that resonates for you, but that's what's coming up for you. And I really trust that when this comes up, our whole entire being is a sacred container. And when that is not flowing and free, then something can be blocked there. So I would just invite you to ask yourself, is there anyone that you need to have completion with or a clearing with so that you can really, really shine brightly? So,
Oh, that's so good. I'm gonna take that on for myself. While we come to the end of the old year, or as we close the door on 2024 and prepare to thrive in 2025.
that rhymes. You do that on purpose.
Boom, chita, boom, boom.
You rhyming master, you.
I've been hanging out with Snoop Dogg too much lately. Um, so we want to clear up what was in the past as much as possible. I think it's even worthy of talking a little bit about what does that mean. Like when you think of cleaning up an unresolved relationship, Firestar, what do you think of? And before you answer that, let me just say, what did Chelsea said, oofda, hit the nail on the head with all these beautiful cards. Wow. Okay. What is oofda? I don't know what that means.
Oofda.
Oofda. Awesome.
I like
And
it.
And I just want to say to, let me see, positive qualities. She is asking for, so positive qualities, what would you like your reading to be focused on? We're going to talk about you next. And Brett Walker, we see you on. If you want a reading too, throw your hat in the ring. Um, and Astral Yardy giving a shout out to you and Fatima Alexandra and anybody else want a reading. So, positive qualities, what would you like the cards to help give you guidance about? While you're thinking about that, Firestar, how do you clean up a relationship that feels like it's still funky and you don't want to carry that funkiness into the new year?
Well, I've been working the more self-regulating muscle of before I have that conversation with someone, I have it with
Oh,
myself.
nice. Super important. Oh
Have it with
God, yeah.
myself first and maybe their higher self. And I know, even though sometimes I want to initially impulsively call that person and just like, vent and get it out, I'm like, okay,
Rah.
like, let me just be with this. And really asking, my doing my own work of what did this bring up for me? What do I really need to say that has to do with this other person? Because a lot of that might be with myself or my own energy or this, for me it's taking people's unavailability personal. I'm being very candid. So, that's a really big wound for me. So sometimes when people get busy, I can get my feelings hurt,
Oh,
that I'm carrying around this, and it's just like, okay, but, I'm busy and I'm not getting back to that person. So it's the same, I know you have your ogle, your ogling,
mhm.
um, which is really an amazing tool to use.
Oh, thank you.
So, but it also might be making a request. Like I could say to someone, instead of communicating my upset, I'm learning to maybe make requests. Like, I would really love it if you were to check in on me. That would make me feel really good, Or so that's a very different way of dealing with my upset, is turning it into like, what is it that I'm
Mm.
or wanting? And
Oh,
then asking for it, learning how to ask for that. So these are newer tools for me. And then it takes that energy off of that kind of complaint, kind of negative vibe, and making it into a
right.
request. So that already kind of lightens that energy. I don't know if this
Yeah.
answers your question, but for me
Yeah,
personally,
totally.
that's what I've been doing. Um, Other times it might look like just having a conversation with someone and saying, "Hey, that thing that you said didn't really feel good, didn't land well on me," and I would really love it if you could blank, whatever that is. And so it's, I think, really communicating. I'm pretty good at communicating my feelings when they come up, so that's not necessarily new for me, but I think it's more new for me to ask for what I need, and um,
That's
find
good.
find ways to do that from not like a demanding place, but from more of a like a vulnerable request, and a softer place.
Oh, I think that is so good. So I just want to reiterate a couple of things that you said.
Okay.
So when it comes to clearing up a funky relationship before we meet in person at the holidays, it might be with somebody that you're going to see around the Christmas tree or the Hanukkah, whatever you guys do for Hanukkah, the Hanukkah strudel
See?
or
Hanukkah bush, yeah.
noodle or
Dreidel, menorah.
dreidel. That's it. Sorry, I do. Um, or even getting into the before we get into the new year and
Yeah.
positive positive qualities. We have her question, and I just want to acknowledge that. We'll get to you in 1 second. And also bev bev Mallender said, evening ladies. So where is she in the world that it's evening?
Hi,
Must be on the
Bev.
East Coast. Hi, Bev. So you said first you notice it, you get regulated within yourself, meaning that you're not trying to get the other person to do something, to change, to be something different. You first want to comfort yourself, have some self empathy. Oh, Bev is in the UK. Wow. Okay, that's cool. Um, so first, putting the oxygen mask over our own mouth, taking care of ourselves. That feels like a huge thing first. We're not taking our I always think of the upset. If I just bring my upset self to somebody else, it's like I'm taking my little baby self that's got a poopy diaper and I'm putting her on somebody else's lap saying, "Here, you take care of her." But she's mine. So I need I need to clean her up and give her some love so that I bring a more adult request to that other person. Not that I want to shove the kid, my little inner child away, but that I can make a request. And one of the things that I love, and I learned this from Suzanne Rock, our goddess sister,
Uh-huh.
she always says, she prefaces a request with, would you be willing to,
Mm.
you know, saying something, oh my God, Wendy's joining us. She says, so lucky to
Yay.
happen upon you, beauties. You're amazing. We love you. Wendy, you want a reading? Um, so
Yay. Hi.
So, would you be willing to check in on me every once in a while? Or can we find a time, like a regular time once a month or once every 2 weeks, where it can be like our little check in, something that's reasonable and doable? Like whenever somebody makes a request of me that is kind of amorphous, like check in with me sometimes, I'm like, all of a sudden my brain scrambles and I think, I don't know how to do that. But if it's, can we connect next Tuesday at 3 or or like you and I made an appointment to do this. And sometimes, unless you're my neighbor, it's hard to do. And I deal with this a lot. So anyway, I think making a request that's got some tangible time connected to it, and then doing the would you be willing. And then I would add for myself doing as much of the healing as possible internally before I go external. So
Mm.
this is just adding on what you said before, like doing, Joey calls it, our friend Joey Sutton calls it dream crafting. Sometimes I call it writing yourself a dream love letter, where you write a letter to yourself from the higher self of the person that hurt you. And often they say, I'm so sorry. I had no idea I was hurting you. I love you. Oh my God, I thought you were fine. I didn't have it, so you kind of give yourself what you need as much as that, and then go forward. But anyway, let's pick a card, shall we, for
All right.
positive.
We could go on about that so long. Yeah, it's
Oh yeah.
beautiful though.
So
And time.
positive qualities.
Okay.
Positive qualities says, what will I birth in 2025? And she wants so she's going to get one of your cards, Firestar, and then she's asked for me for a card from the Hero's Journey Oracle. So this is for positive qualities, and she says that she wants, what will I birth in 2025? So Firestar is pulling a card from her alchemy, alchemy oracle.
Okay. Phoenix Rising is
Drum roll,
cool.
please. Phoenix rising. Ah! Oh,
Uh-huh.
wait, I'm gonna let me make your screen big so people can see it. Keep holding it up. Keep holding it up. I'm trying. I'm
Do you see
trying.
it?
Okay, keep it there. Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to get it in the frame there. There we go.
Oh, that's amazing. Tell her
Phoenix.
what that card's about.
Well, Phoenix Rising is coming out of the dark night of the soul and shining your light. So you may be rising from a more difficult time in life, and it's really about you rising up into your power and shining your light, shining your gifts. I'm getting a feeling that this has to do with your career, something in regards to your career. Let me pick another card or two. Okay. Hmm. Okay. And maybe perhaps it's more internal. Okay. Yeah, this is all about trusting yourself and your guidance and also nurturing yourself so that you can, that the choices that you make in the next year, that they're nurturing you as well and that they're giving to you as well, whether that be in your relationships or in your career. That I feel like you've been doing work to really make changes within yourself to be more balanced in the way that you operate in the world, in the way that you have relationships and in your career. I wish I could see where in the world is positive. What is her handle name? I can't see.
It is positive qualities.
Positive qualities. Where in the
Positive
world
qualities.
are
Yeah. Where in the world are
city?
you
Yeah.
from? Positive qualities, city, state, address, mother's maiden name. She's in Scotland. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh
That's
gosh,
awesome.
I have a really bad joke.
Oh
Should I
no.
try it? Oh gosh, positive qualities. I hope you still love me. After, why do they call it a kilt? Firestar,
Oh
I'm
no.
asking you. Because the first one to call it a skirt was kilt. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to go there.
Are
I
you
hope
Scottish?
positive quality. I'm
Color?
Irish. I'm
Irish. Okay.
Irish,
Next
as
door.
far as I
Okay.
know. Yeah. Okay. So the card that just flipped over in the deck. So I just pulled. Do you want to say anything more about
No, no,
about the
no.
card you
Yeah.
pulled?
Let's see what you get and give
So
it back. Yeah.
positive qualities asked about. Oh, so let me switch this little guy. I'm gonna na, 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 and I will put mine bigger. So let me see. All right, so I pulled a card from the Hero's Journey Dream Oracle, and the card is, where you are is where it's at.
Ooh.
Stay still until you're divinely moved.
Nice.
So what this card is about, so this one, I'm just going to flip to the page. It's card 14 in the deck. And so this one's interesting because it's about, I'm going to take us off of this so you can see me. Oh. So this one is, mm, so a lot of the cards in the Hero's Journey deck are very young. They're very much about go get them, strive, drive, make the miracles happen. There's a few cards that are very yin, and this is one of them. This one is about pause, contemplate, go deep, and to recognize that this is kind of the anti FOMO card. There is nothing out there that is going to give you, like there's that saying in the Bible, who by doing can add 1 cubit to their stature.
Mm.
So you, from a holistic quantum physics perspective, you are whole, you are perfect, you are complete. There's no one, nothing out there that can add anything to you that you don't already have. But you're here on earth to participate in life, but turn within until you know that you're whole in your soul. And when
Mm.
you really feel that penny drop, when you really feel like, my cake is baked, I'm whole, everything I go out to do and be is extra, is about generosity. It's about giving. It's not about getting at all. Um, in fact, the dream symbol in this deck is this in this card is about saying no.
Mm.
Most of the cards in this deck are about yes. This one is about no. If you have a pause when it comes to people inviting you to things, or should I do this? Should I participate in this? Unless it's a huge yes that is really pulling you from the gut, consider that anything less than that giant yes is a pause or a no. And
Mm.
the mantra is I move when moved. Until then, I revel in the deliciousness of this present moment.
Nice.
Yeah. So I got the chills on that. I think,
That's awesome.
I mean, I could say this is a good card for myself as well because I'm sometimes a little too quick to say yes to too many things, then I can burn myself out and be a little frantic. I mean, I'm that's kind of what I've been lately, and I like the idea of pruning things and only saying yes to the things that I must do,
Mm.
that my soul must do. So positive qualities. I She says, I'm waiting patiently to hear my aha. Very good. Wait for that aha. Very
Awesome.
good.
I also
I
picked
hope that's
another
helpful.
card for her too, which is the chalice,
Oh,
which
great.
piggybacks on that as well, which is the hermit
Great.
card. So that's all about filling yourself up, like the chalice
Great.
bowl. Yes, really doing that
Oh,
self-care. But I feel like this is more about an internal way of being, that your choices that you make include your own well-being, whether it's relational or career. So that feels like a really strong message
oh,
to you. So
that's that's great.
mhm.
Okay, so let's see. Before we do another reading, let's see who else wants the time. Um, oh, let's see. Bea, it wants a hero's journey and an oracle. So we'll go with Bea.
Was that who you
Um,
said was Bev?
is it Bev or Bea? Bea.
B.
And also, she
I
wants to
believe
say that
it's
Jet Set, the dream interpretation system, helps her to understand the messages from her guides. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you, Bea. Okay, so before we'll do Bia's reading next. And Fire, before we do that, because we only have a little bit of time before the top of the hour, you have a special holiday gift that you want to offer people. So tell them
Oh,
what your
yes.
beautiful offer is.
Oh, yes. So I'm offering a free 20-minute reading today when you buy my Oracle deck, which you can buy on my website at firestaralchemy.com. I offer many other services like massage and energy healing, virtual and in person, all over California. And I could come to you too if we have a group of people. But I'm also doing readings. tomorrow at a holiday event in Larkspur. If you're in Northern California, come see me at
Wow.
Citrine. Yeah, at a store called Citrine, this beautiful store. I'm so excited in Larkspur, and in LA in Atwater Village next Saturday. Tomorrow is 11 to 5:30, and the holiday market in Atwater Village at Heartbeat House in Atwater Village. Will be me and some other people with their beautiful offerings. Will be, I think, 12 to 6. And we can, post links for that too. In the can you
Yeah,
post it? Okay.
if you send it to me in a text, I'll be able to put it, I'll
Sure.
transfer it on and put it in
Yeah.
here. Okay, that's so
So,
great. And
and my Oracle deck
all right, so let
has
me
the
just
cards and
go ahead.
booklet for you to interpret too.
Oh, and let me I'm gonna put your, let me see, firestaralchemy.com is your website, and that's where
Yes.
people can get. So let me just see if people, let me see if I can do this. Can I be so fancy? I am gonna see.
You're
So
fancy.
here's Firestar's website, firestaralchemy.com. And what she's offering is if you purchase her Oracle card
Today.
today on 12/12, then you get a free 20-minute personal Oracle session with
Yes.
her. So you just click on the Oracle cards at the top of the website on her homepage, and then it takes you right here to the page, and you see her beautiful deck. Add to cart, boom cha boom, and you'll get your cards. Boom cha boom boom. And then you're, and so what would you say, how much is a 20-minute reading worth? So what kind of a
Uh,
gift are we talking about here?
like $50 to $70. I'm about
So it's
good.
almost like you're getting a free Oracle card. I mean, it's like for a
Right.
20-minute reading, you're getting the Oracle deck thrown in, and that's just
Yes.
today.
Yes.
Okay. So go to Firestar
Yes. And
Oracle.
I believe also my website, I'm only doing shipping within this country, but I can do international if you just message me. So,
Right. Yeah, that's a really important thing to say because
right.
sometimes the shipping can be like, oh, $5,000. Oh my God. So firestaralchemy.com. Okay, let me see how to unshare.
Awesome.
Now I know how to
Yeah.
share. Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna just tell you all what I've got up my sleeve for you that's free. Um, I have a free online event coming up, and I'm going to share with you the little screen. Hang on a second. Da-da-ba-doo-ba-ba-doo. Um, I'm doing it. I'm sharing it. There we go. So if you go to my website, kellysullivanwalden.com, there's a little sign up right here. You go, boom, and then it's going to take you to this free online event. This is a dreamifesting event, and I will be joined by Timothy Schultz. He's somebody who won the lottery. He was 19 years old, living in his parents' basement,
Oh,
broke, kept having dreams about winning the lottery. Everyone thought he was crazy when he said, nope, I'm going to win. And one day he had the dream again, and he felt so lucky that he went, bought his ticket, and he won $20 million. So this
oh
is
my
kind of
God.
like,
That's
can you
incredible.
see it? Yeah.
Yes.
So this is kind of, when people ask me what is dreamifesting is allowing your dreams to do the heavy lifting of the things that we want in our lives. And not everybody's going to win the actual lottery, but the lottery is a great metaphor for winning the lottery in love, in your health, in where you live, and what you create, who you partner with. And we all want these favorable outcomes, especially going into the new year. And I do have a Dreamifesting live course that's coming up in the new year, but you're going to find out all about that in this free Dreamifesting online event that's coming up on December 17th. So just sign up for it on my website, Kelly Sullivan Walden, and get all the info.
I won the lottery
And
knowing you.
oh, five
I
star,
dream
that is
infested
so
you.
sweet. That's so sweet. Well, I Dreamifested you too. I know.
There's
What
a
a blessing.
mutual.
Lifelong friends
Oh my
to
gosh.
that go. that travel deep and go high and silly and
Yes.
crazy and everything in
All the
between. I
spectrum.
love you,
Yes.
Firestar.
I love
All
you
right, so
too.
let's get to Bia.
Okay.
And Bia, okay,
I
so
think
for
Bia's name is pronounced B. Yeah.
oh, there you go.
Yeah.
B. Okay.
Right.
BEA. That's
Just
true.
so you know. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a British thing.
B.
Yeah.
Here. So go ahead and be while Firestar is shuffling, what is it that you would
Maybe.
like the cards to help you with?
Gotcha.
What is what you'd like to focus on? So yeah, B, sorry, Bia. I said Bia. Who
I
do I
think you
call
called her
Bia?
Bev earlier too.
I did. Oh my God. At least I got the B in there.
We're giving you all kinds of names.
Oh, I know. Okay. So this
Oh.
will be the last one for this reading today. And while Fires, oh, what did she pick? Okay, let me make your screen big so everyone can see.
Hmm.
Hold it up again, Firestar.
Me? Oh,
Oh, you didn't, oh, I thought you pulled one.
no, oh, I
Put it
did.
closer to the camera.
Let me
Oh,
see.
cool. What card is this? No,
This
there
is
it is. Now we can see.
Godmother Tree.
Ooh, oh, we got that one last time.
We did.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh my God. You did such a great job with these. By the way,
Thank
Firestar
you.
created all the art for these beautiful cards.
Yes, it's my
Magical.
photography.
So, what's the message?
This message is about nurturing yourself and allowing yourself to feel, to heal, to feel anything that's there to just really embrace and nurture your inner child and to give yourself some real love and nurturing and to allow other people to nurture you as well. It's
So,
literally
B said that her intent, or what she'd like the cards to help her with, is to understand her purpose, to feel like she feels like she's still searching. She wants focus. Let me see. I'm just going to read it exactly as she wrote it. To understand on my purpose, feel like I am still searching, focus too much on my dreams and past life. Say
Mhm.
more about that, B.
Yeah, what does that mean?
What do you want? So, what would you like? So, keep going. Sometimes we have to kind of elaborate before we dial
Right.
in. So, so at least we know she wants to understand her purpose
Okay, so
and
maybe
maybe
she's
what
a
she's,
nurturer. Yeah. Are you a nurture?
I imagine she's a nurturer if she's going to be checking
Right.
in with us here. Oh, what did Brett Walker said? Don't do, just be. Oh, thank you, Brett Walker. That's hilarious. We're not human doings. We are beings. Oh, that's
Beings.
good, Brett Walker. Very good. And oh, that's great. That's great. Okay, so say more about what you picked. Did you feel complete, Firestar?
Well, I was waiting for maybe some clarity on her question.
Okay, she
Um,
said she's homesick. Um, and I think let's just focus on her purpose. She's still searching. So yeah.
okay.
So
So I'm not sure if that means then for her too that she's a nurturer for other people or that she's needing to nurture herself. But I also picked emergence,
mm,
which
that's
emer-
beautiful. Wow, that looks very powerful.
emergence
Oh,
is about allowing yourself to do something new, to do something that you've not done before, to emerge into who you are now. So you have to recognize what your needs are now that may be different than what they've been, including your friendships or people that you're surrounding yourself with, to meet new friends, to be open to new people, do something that's different, go somewhere different.
mm,
Um,
mm.
do something that you wouldn't maybe normally do, to have this kind of new energies coming in your life and be open to that. So sometimes that requires us to go to a different store or go to a different market or just maybe a town over or something or a different class or to hang out with someone that you haven't in a long time. Um, and
Nice.
that answers your purpose
Oh,
question. What have you got, Kel?
okay, so B asked for, I'm gonna sneeze. Phew!
Bless you.
I tried to get that off the microphone. I hope that worked. Okay, just clearing, just clearing. I am near a big fire, so it's a little smoky.
Oh boy,
Okay,
my
so
tongue.
a card hasn't fallen out of the deck yet. So B, I just need you to focus. I need you to be still and be. And this is regarding your purpose. There we go. A card just flipped. Oh, interesting. You got the card that is actually the cover card. So this is the
Ooh,
artwork for the
wow.
hero's journey. And this is
Yes.
dream redirection. This is card 30. It says redream this situation. So talk about alchemy. This is the ultimate
Awesome.
alchemy card. This is card number 30. And this is about, so in a nutshell, I talk about the fear formula, which is about when there's something that's difficult that you are dealing with and that you're in the midst of, instead of running from it or hiding from it, practice the fear formula, which is face it, embrace it, ace
Mm,
it, and replace it. So go
awesome.
toward it with alchemy in mind. So that's something to consider around this. The so it's
Mm,
about redirecting it. Basically, the idea is you are the director of your dreams, or at least the co-director, co-directing it with God or your higher power. And the same is also true in your waking reality, although things tend to move a little more slowly in our waking reality. But if there's something you don't like the way it's going, the way it's feeling, then just imagine on a parallel plane if you were in control of the universe, and I mean, all the way to the highest place, how would you redirect this thing that's happening? If it's an opportunity, how might you remove the barriers that are in the way? How might you imagine that you came from a higher place or a more integrated place? Sometimes when I get this card, I like to imagine that if I have any blocks running through my body and through my psychic being, I imagine that if I was in control of the universe, if I was lucid, I would want to first flesh out my own blocks. I would want to dissolve those blocks so that the universe can move through me and I can have more vitality. I can have more clarity. I can have more sense of a better sense of who I am and where I'm going. And so that I'm just attuned, because often the pain in life is where we are kind of calcified. We've been hurt, we've been wounded, and then we've built up kind of blocks, and that keeps the flow from being able to move through us. And but we're better off. Life tends to move more joyously and beautifully when we dissolve the blocks, and then we can actually feel that divine guidance moving through us. So sometimes the redirection is about letting go. And also something I said earlier, I don't know if you were on this call, was imagining if there's anybody that is not treating you with the utmost respect or paying you or loving you or adoring you or paying attention to you. Imagine what their highest self would say to you if they were capable, and how what that might be.
mm,
So these are some ways to redirect what's going on and actually become the solution, and then carry that energetically out into your world.
mm.
So
Can I say one more
anything
thing?
you want to say, yeah, please, and then we will wrap this baby up in a
So,
nice little Christmas
B,
bow.
B, I'm just getting this sense of feeling that there's something like sitting in your solar plexus, and I feel like you might need to just embrace some of these feelings that are coming up for you. Something emotion, I'm feeling something emotional that that needs to be felt and cleared. And the fact that you got that, plus I got the godmother tree, was about
Oh,
letting yourself feel what's in there so that you can clear and make room. And I feel like, I don't know if it's connected to a person. Usually solar plexus could be a negative, like energy cord connected to a person, or there's something that's not sitting right in like the pit of your stomach feeling. And it might even be just your own feelings that you're trying to like kind of shove down that just need to come out and just let yourself feel. And that's just a strong feeling that I'm getting, and feeling like that would be good. And that's really your feeling your feelings is your own medicine. Um,
Oh, so good, Fire.
yeah.
She says, B says, better sense of who I am, definitely what I am after. She says, oh, disrespect is painful. So this is an interesting synchronicity because I was just recently dreaming about an incident that happened to me with a friend. And my interpretation of what they did was that they were being disrespectful to me. And it really
Mm.
hurt me to the core. And in my dream, I was asking myself, I was kind of doing an ogle in my dream. And I don't know if you all know what ogle is. It's my process, it's my alchemy formula. You give yourself permission to say, oh, in the oh, like what's offensive here? And then the G is what's good about it. The L is for the looking glass, and that's where the alchemy happens. And then the E is for the elevated step. So I'll just say, as I was going through the process, what I realized in the looking glass was the looking glass is how am I disrespectful to myself, but also how am I looking at the exact opposite? It's like they say when like images in the mirror are reversed. Like we're not looking, whenever we look in the mirror, we're not looking at how things actually look. We're looking at a flipped image. So in the looking glass, you flip things. And so in my dream, I was doing this. I said, maybe this person didn't disrespect me. Could it be possible that they actually did very much respect me? And they
Mm.
just didn't know because they respected me. And I was just kind of going on a tangent here in my dream. Because they respect me so much, they were awkward about how to handle this situation. And they didn't do it as well as they could have, but it wasn't because they didn't respect me. And
Yeah.
that completely flipped something for me. So I just offer that to you, B, that maybe we have to, in the redreaming the situation, the dream redirection, it's also about questioning our own beliefs about what that is and being willing to be wrong or being willing to see a broader perspective about what might have happened. It doesn't mean we condone shitty behavior, but it means that we, in our own dream space, we have infinite space to be able to look at things in a myriad of different perspectives so that we come back to some peace and some clarity within ourselves. So she says, love Ogle, yay. And she says, that's correct, Firestar. She has shivers, yay. And then she says she understands. All right. So, on that note, as we wrap this up in a little bow, final word from you, Firestar.
Mm. Just giving thanks for all that have joined us today. This is super fun. I'm really, and thank you, Kelly. It's just really I love being with you, and being with you in this space feels so good. It feels so good. So just wanted to wish you all a happy holidays. Take care of yourself, love yourself, have some extra patience with yourself and other people, and give yourself that some compassion. Really feeling that
Yeah.
self-compassion can go a long way, no matter what you're feeling, and let yourself feel. I feel like that's an important message for all of us too, to let yourself feel your feelings with yourself, and hold that as sacred,
Mm,
as your own medicine.
very good. And I'll add to that, my little wrap up is also there are people all over the world that are hurting right now. And if we ourselves are hurting, then we can dedicate our own healing journey with regards to what is painful or difficult to make everybody who's hurting in this way be elevated. As I'm moving through this myself, May everyone who suffers similarly be redeemed, be healed, or find the alchemy. So when it's not just about us, all of a sudden, I think healing starts to come in when we realize that we are part of the collective. And there's no accident that we are struggling with what we're struggling with and that we're finding the jewels that we're finding. Oh, I have to say this, Firestar, you're going to love this.
Okay.
Somebody said the other day, if you were at the gym and somebody was lifting like heavy weights and they were struggling with it, you wouldn't look at them and say, "Oh, poor baby." You'd be like, "Yeah, right on. You could do that. Keep going." Jenny Murphy shared that with me, so I have to give her a shout
That's
out. And I
awesome.
love that. So our struggles, let's think of it as like we're in the gym and we're becoming stronger, better, deeper, kinder, more loving, more better alchemists in our lives. So thanks, Firestar. Thank you for joining me, my beautiful goddess sister. Happy holidays, everyone. Thank you for sharing your questions and your consciousness and your love. And let's spread it to the people who are hurting, especially those in Malibu right now with the fire still burning, and anywhere in the world where there's some kind of fire, metaphoric or actual. And until we meet again, don't take your dreams lying down. Sweet dreams.